I was a real prick in school. So, okay. Hello again. Second episode, right? So, my school had to do Latin. I'll call him Mr. Stone. So, Mr. Stone was not a great teacher, and he was kind of a dick who really played favorites. Easiest way to get a good grade in his class? Feed him. If you brought in snacks near the beginning of the year, you got either an A if he still liked you by the end, or a high B if you messed around a little too much. He told people that he had to stop that because he got in trouble. LOL. I was one of his favorites for a while because I had a lot of snacks. I hated this guy, even though I knew I was going to get a B in his class, and he knew I messed around, and one of the things I'd do was do homework from other classes during his class. Because by that point, it meant nothing to even try. Nothing made sense. We were so many chapters in, and I barely remembered anything from 7th grade, let alone the beginning of the year, because he didn't teach us. I'm saying this as someone who came from art education, so take that as you will. So he had me at the front of the room, right next to the door, right next to him. And around this point, it was about springtime. I was also mega into my chem by this point, and had this weird need/want to listen to their music all the time. Mind you, if I'm keeping my timeline right, I either had one of those really, really old iPod Nanos, which was 3rd generation at the time and actually not old, but brand new during that time, or a really, really shitty MP3 player that had about 128 megabytes. I cannot remember how many exactly, just that it held at max 2 My Chemical Romance albums and 3 Yu-Gi-Oh songs. McDonald's had really fucking rad toys back in the day. I also blasted the music because I didn't give a shit about my ears. Anyway, so I wanted to listen to music and didn't care about the class at all, so I made a way to feed one earbud through my sweatshirt arm and just lean on my arm the entire class. In the middle of spring. In a desert climate. Yeah. So my friends could hear it. Admittedly, they weren't right next to me, but I was still right up at the front of the room. They were nudging me to turn it down just so I wouldn't get caught, and I was like, whatever. And kept it where it was. So I was working on a different class's homework when he came up behind me. Mind you, this is about the same distance as my neighbor, so he should have heard the music. Instead, he just took my homework from the other class and tossed it, as I kept on listening on. I remember him having this really smug look on his face, and I wasn't even that mad because I was still listening to music. Well, carry on, am I right? Yeah, but either way, I didn't even get in trouble that day, and I still ended that class with a B.